Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's webinar series. It's RISMedia's ACE Broker Agent Webinar Series, and today's topic is marketing and branding and harnessing your social media presence. I'll tell you, social media has changed the way we do business, and it's so funny because even 5 years ago, as we were trying to figure out how to generate and create relationships on Facebook and whether or not we were going to use LinkedIn, nobody really had a formula that was working. Well, today we have two guests with us that are absolutely phenomenal at not only generating leads but converting them with social media from both inside and outside the real estate industry, and we're excited to be here today. My name's Verl Workman. I'm the CEO and founder of Workman Success Systems out of Salt Lake City, Utah. Our specialty is building and training and coaching teams that want to generate over 7 figures in revenue in the commission income. So we build 7-figure teams, and we have every system process in order to make that happen. Our sponsors today and our partners, and we're excited to have both of them, are Homes.com and TORCHx. And I first want to introduce, I want to just remind everybody to stay on till the very end of the call. We always have valuable giveaways that are that are as a result of our presenters that are being here. We're going to give you some great tools today that you'll be able to incorporate in your business just as a thank you for being here. And so stay on to the end where I give you that link and that website. Now I'm going to introduce Tim. Tim is a sales manager with Homes.com and is not only a great guy, but he does a great job at really sharing the Homes.com value proposition. Homes.com connects with real estate brokers and agents with over 12.5 million customers monthly through their branding and advertising and lead generation and online reputation and marketing solutions. And Homes.com is a great partner of the webinar series. We're happy to welcome them back, and we appreciate you taking the time to learn a little bit about Homes.com and hope that you'll all take a minute to give them an opportunity to share with you what makes them different. Tim, welcome, and thank you again for being here today.
Hey, thanks, Roy. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to talk with everybody. Thanks a lot. Well, Homes.com, as you can see, we're a difference maker out there. As you go through as you see what exactly we're offering, we're a large real estate portal that's putting all of our buyers and sellers. We're putting in front of buyers and sellers, working with agents and brokers. So it's good to be here with you guys today, and looking forward to this great webinar. Go ahead.
I was going to say, what makes Homes.com different? I mean, give me the elevator pitch.
Well, we're branded on top of Google. When someone does a search, obviously people know that 90% of people that are doing any type of real estate research are beginning to search online. Homes.com in any certain market is coming at 1 through 5 in organic search results. We're coming up on mobile phones, tablets. We've got partnerships with multiple listing services. We just branded the brand new RE/MAX website. We're preferred vendors with Coldwell Banker, Keller Williams. We're definitely one of the big hitters out there. So we definitely are making a difference in terms of the real estate industry. We're producing quality leads, as you can see here, as people are doing searches on our website. They're leaving inquiries. In fact, right now there's about 7 out of 10 that are being responded right away. So we are looking for some agents to work with our buyers and sellers that are coming into Homes.com, and that's something that we definitely could offer all the agents, and we can tell them more about it throughout this webinar.
Hey, Tim, I know I speed you up a little bit, but you said something. I want to go back, and I want to understand what you just said. You said 7 out of 10 inquiries don't get followed up with. Is that what you said?
Yeah, based on our research, we found out, Verl, that 7 out of 10 inquiries that are being left on our website are not being responded to immediately. You know, in real estate, it's all about timing, right? It's all about having that quick response, and especially now with everybody using their smartphones, everybody using their computers to do searches. We want to get somebody to answer these inquiries right immediately, to respond to the buyer, to respond to the seller, because that's why we have this lead gen program where it's based on a zip code where someone's doing a search on Google and they get found, and we get back to them right away.
Yeah, I love that. I'll tell you what, 7 out of 10. I'm sure that both of our guests, Alfonso Parodi and Tom Collins, are just absolutely chomping at the bit to talk about how we generate and create conversions. And by not following up, fast way to lose money.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Also, a partner with us is Jesse Friedman with TORCHx. Jesse's the co-founder of TORCHx. And TORCHx is an online platform that is built to empower a real estate agent and brokerage. It provides CRM, it does lead tracking, online marketing, SEO web services, and a lot more. It was really fun for me to do a little bit of a deep dive into TORCHx and see some of the things they did. And I have to tell you, I've seen a lot of platforms, and you guys are doing some pretty cool things over there at TORCHx.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned, TORCHx is an all-encompassing solution that marries a beautiful front-end real estate search-focused website and a back-end CRM with a really high degree of automation. The platform is all about conversions and helping agents get more done. As you can see on the screen here, we build you a beautiful site which is focused on your market areas. It features the industry's only real-time updates, and it's incredibly search engine optimized.
Hey, Jesse, it's funny. Jesse, I got to pause here on this slide because there is no property in Salt Lake City that looks like that.
Yeah, but everywhere's got some beauty to it. I'll tell you that.
Thanks.
So yeah, I mean, like I was saying, we generate a lot of content automatically. Every city, every neighborhood, every county in MLS. We generate a lot of content. It's great for search engine optimization. Here you can see a couple examples of our clients. Kevin's been with us for a while now, and he's killing it with organic leads. He generates over a couple hundred visitors a day to his site and hundreds of leads a month, all organically. His brokerage is growing, and his team is adopting the CRM more and more every day. And he recently even subsidized his organic reach with PPC as well to get some really targeted leads. Same with Mark. He's a team leader in California, really competitive market there. He's been running PPC with us for some time now with tremendous results. We're one of the top 10 SMB partners with Google. So we get, we run a ton of campaigns, and we get just a ridiculous amount of data that we can work through to get the highest quality leads at the lowest cost per lead. So that's really great. I
love that. One of the things that I thought was really neat about what you do, and I hope you don't mind me asking, is that it's not just pay-per-click. So many platforms focus solely on pay-per-click, and they don't have an SEO component of that. And I think that just, for me, I thought that was something that was really empowering and different about your solution.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, from day one, it's been focused on SEO, but I mean, definitely PPC is the way to get leads yesterday. You want a lead, you want to do PPC, you'll get a lead on day one. That's the reality of it. But that long-term value really comes in with SEO.
Well, Jesse and Tim, I appreciate you being here. Thank you for your partnership in the webinar series today, and I encourage everybody to check out your websites, torchx.com and homes.com. And also, if you have questions, for any of you that are listening to the webinar today, I'm going to get ready to introduce our first guest. And if you have questions, I want you to use your control panel in your GoToWebinar screen. Type in your questions. I'm monitoring the questions as we're talking, and I'll do my best to ask any of our presenters questions that you have during their presentations. And Jesse and Tim, please feel free to jump in with questions you have throughout the presentation. And thanks again for being part of this program.
Thank you, Verl. Appreciate it.
So I want to, I don't know, Alfonso, I think we met, has it been about 2 years now?
No, it's been a little bit more than that. Actually, it started in, first of all, hi, everybody. Thanks, RISMedia, to have me here. Thanks, Verl, for inviting me. And thanks all the sponsors. It's been over like 40 years. We met through TRP, the Texas Leadership Realtor Program, in 2012. And I've been coached by you since officially 2 years by now. And
wow.
Dramatic changes in the last 2 years compared to my prior 2 years when I started the team. So thank you for everything.
Well, I appreciate it. And thank you for being willing to share what's really working well with you and your business. So Alfonso is the team leader of Team Parodi of Realty Associates in Houston, Texas. He's been doing this over 10 years. He was recently named to the top 250 Latino agents in the United States by the National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals. When you look at his bio, he's got some pretty cool things. But let me tell you what I love and why I love Alfonso. When I first met him, it's hard to find people that can match my energy. I'm a pretty high energy guy. And Alfonso makes me feel like I'm lethargic. He comes into a room with such a huge level of energy that everybody pays attention. And he brings that level of energy to everything he does, to the relationships that he has with his children, to the way that he runs his team, to the passion he has towards his clients and creating great customer experiences. And it's been really fun to help focus that energy in specific areas to help him build a very, very successful team. Alfonso, tell us a little bit about your team.
Well, my team, actually, as today, we have 6 buyer agents. We have a listing coordinator that helps from the pending transaction to closing, and we have we have a listing coordinator that helps from the signed listing agreement to active, and we have a closing coordinator that takes over from the pendings from either the selling or the buyer part. We partner with different vendors. We currently probably have 10 lenders that operate as a team that sponsor us and help us on the marketing budget too. And we just signed up Reliant Energy, the main company, to advertise them with all states too. And we have a few other vendors coming aboard that they are ecstatic about our numbers that we're getting, our social media positioning. It's insane, for real.
Well, congratulations on all your success, and it's been fun to watch you grow, and it's been fun to watch you highlight your clients and your team members. One of the things that I think that makes you an exceptional team leader is that it's not all about you, and you really do focus on your people. So let's jump in and talk about how social media has changed your business over the last few years, and what specific things that you're doing, and what kind of impact that's making on your business.
Well, everything starts with the concept of the value proposition. And the way that I see everything when it comes to real estate, we're really not selling homes, or either they're buying or selling. We're selling a home buyer experience or a home selling experience. And that's the main thing. They're already buying or selling no matter what, eventually. One day, next day, 2 months from now, 1 year from now. So CRMs are important to keep in contact with the buyers and sellers and for long-term conversion. But once you have it in the hot status, I found that we focus a lot in the outcome, the closing, but we forgot to document everything that happens from the first call to the closing. So what I've been doing in the last years, I started to document everything and celebrating pre-approval, celebrating executed contracts, celebrating showings, and sharing that with different target audiences in Facebook. I was lucky enough to be selected by Facebook for a free training program. To be honest, I hung up the phone for the first 30 days thinking there was some bogus call, but Facebook actually have a program for medium companies that are free that will train you how to master Facebook. Obviously, my budget went triple after I start seeing the results. But I have different audiences. Actually, I have 39 audiences that I target, from agents, loan officers, renters in different languages, and different zip codes, depending on where my listings are. And it is working. It is working. We're getting thousands of views. We're getting probably around 40 to 60 we reach 40 to 60,000 people a week. We are getting an average, it could be as crazy as 100,000 views on our videos, or as low as 10,000 views our videos by month. And it's exploding. It's exploding, and we're documenting the closings with a tool that we're going to talk about a little bit later. That costs $5. And in regards Facebook, is you really have to put thoughts on who is your audience and who you're trying to target. We do have an inside group with the team and our lender partners and vendors. That's when we kind of do high five in a different way. But your main Facebook page to the public, it has to be addressed to the public, and the verbiage has to be addressed to the public. And another thing that I'm being huge about it, and it started years ago, well, a few years ago, actually 3 years ago, is to start doing a lot of videos. about all the steps of buying a house, about all the steps that are on the contract, you know, earnest money, option fees, effective dates, finance contingency. I just did like 25 videos. You know, I don't post them all at the same time. So
Alfonso, real quick, tell me what I'm looking at on this page here before I go to the next slide. What am I seeing on this Facebook page, and what are the key elements that we should recognize as important?
Well, right now, first of all, you see the branding, the page is branded completely for the banner. I use Fiverr.com, F-I-B-B-E-R, if I'm not mistaken, everything for $5 to get my my logos or designs. If you see our profile picture, is an indication of our culture. We all work together for the same goal. You also have our top producer for 2016, Lucille Mata. And then you have pictures of other agents because, again, we advertise pre-approvals, we advertise executed contracts. That way, the consumer sees that every week at Team Parodi, we're either getting people approved, or we're either getting people under contract, or we have closings every week. I never use my name. I always use Team Parodi or the agent's name. Another thing that you're looking is a video, recruiting video, what is target to agents. And in the top, you're looking at a closing video that we create with a software that's very affordable, and you can use your phone, and it creates an incredible experience with the clients that we share, and 99% sure that the clients post those videos on their Facebook and use your name all over. I find that buyers specifically really don't care about a gift. I find that if you actually take pictures of the whole transaction and take pictures of closing when they're signing, and then together, and you share the experience, that brings an incredible personal touch that goes beyond the transaction, because our slogan, it starts with real relationships and then realty results. So what we're trying to build through the experience is real relationships. And then you have under the Congrats the Nippers family, you have 2 open houses videos. Now I'm doing live open houses videos, just as it is, live, whatever goes, goes. And then I re-advertise those videos to different target audiences. Those are some stats for March to April 10. As you see, we reached 86,000 people. We got 29,000 views, what is not bad at all. And we have 110 likes. Right now, we are close to 3,400 likes. Another thing that is very important to emphasize is that you need to know your audience and manage your budget. As you see, it's not like it's tons of money, but it's really how do you target audiences, what it makes the difference on the engagements. And the first post right there that has my face, I'm just taking a picture with my phone saying that I just got this house, you know, ready to go. It will be listed soon. So the next one is a video of hiring people, and the last one is a video of what is the effective date. Most people don't understand what the effective date is. You know, is the next day after that you receive an executed contract. So it's all about bringing value to the consumer and agents that follow us at fb.com/Team Parodi. I'm in a professional development for the Houston Association of Realtors, what is the #1 association in the United States. So I'm all about bringing value not only to the consumers, to all my peers, what are 32,000 agents. For me, we're all equal. Now, what you see right now is when you create an ad, you have to really put thought about what you're looking for. If you're looking for brand awareness, if you're looking for traffic, if you're looking for engagement, if you're looking for conversion, you just don't post and boost because you're just wasting your money that way. And that's what I learned via Facebook when they train me.
So on this, so how do I get into this screen? I mean, what what is this campaign here when I'm choosing my objective? Give me an example of engagement versus just traffic, how you use those two differently.
Well, it's not active right now, this screen, but Facebook will actually guide you the steps. If you're trying to people to get engaged in a conversation or in a post, then you use engagement. If you're trying to get brand awareness, you probably want to use that to get likes. If you're trying to get clicks to log in and apply, for example, for recruiting purposes, or if you're a loan officer to apply to your web application, you might want to use conversion. So it really depends on understanding what is your target and what is your goal. This is an example of a property I just listed. This is prior I listed. I just passed by to pick up some documents, and it's all about sharing, again, the whole experience and what you do for living. We already work hard, might as well advertise it. I'm not doing anything extra. I'm just documenting every single thing that I'm doing, and I'm sharing with the world.
You use a lot of video. One of the things that I noticed early on, and you've been doing this for a while now, is you're like video crazy.
Well, people like to see, pictures are nice, but people want more information about that. And I use BombBomb. It's an incredible tool, very affordable. I believe it's $49 a month. And the tool is as good as your imagination. You can use it for whatever you can create in your mind. In our case, we use it for, I have different aliases. I send videos each time that I get an offer. I send a thank you for the offer video. It's already pre-recorded. I send a video each time that I have a showing. So I'm building a database of agents that actually show my properties for recruiting purposes. So the information is already given to me by centralized showings. That's what we use. I send a video of every single agent that actually sold a home. Because again, it's all about building brand and creating relationships. This is actually the first email that every single lead gets through my CRM, and is basically putting a face on the inquirer saying that I'm not a machine. Here I am. You're going to get a call from me or for one of our agents. We just implemented on January 1st a company that's called Conversion Monster, or Monster Conversion, what is an ISI. So all our leads get called in less than 5 minutes, Monday to Friday, 10 to 8, and Saturday and Sundays, 10 to 3. And the email says that if they don't get a call in less than 24 hours, my cell phone is available right there so they can call me directly. If it's a seller lead, the lead will be redirected to me. If it's a buyer lead, the lead will be redirected to the buyer team. So since we implemented this, conversion and more than conversion, contacts have increased to the roof. What have come to more conversion? We are getting an average, each agent is getting an average two pre-approvals a week. If you really think about 2 pre-approvals a week, that's 104 pre-approvals a year. I don't know about you, but every agent, every agent might think that, if you get a pre-approval, it's a buyer, it's a done deal. So if you focus on 2 pre-approvals a week, that's 104 pre-approvals. So if you want to close more than 20 units or 40 units, that's the key. You need to focus on 2 pre-approvals a week, but there's certain activities you have to do in order to get those. And thanks Verl Coaching, we are implementing those 5 funnels. Magistro is too cheap to be true. It's $5 a month, and you can use it for business, you can use it for personal. I use it for both, and it makes you look like a superstar. The only thing you have to do is put pictures, put videos, select the music, select the type of editing, and the video comes. And then once the video is completed, you can edit it again just to reorder the pictures as you wanted and the videos, and they combine both. And you can download that as a MP4 and upload it on your Facebook page, and then target the audience that you want to target and get thousands of views. Another strategy is to upload it on your YouTube page so you can share it, but in YouTube, you're only going to get hundreds of views. But if you are talking to a client and you want to share one of your videos or one of your vendor videos, you just click from your phone and share the link. This is our YouTube page. I cross-market everything, so every single post or every single video that it goes in our Google Plus page, it goes in our Facebook page, it goes in our BombBomb account. And one thing that I didn't mention about BombBomb, you can track everything, every single click. So I know when they click on my Facebook page, on my website, on the videos, on everything. And that's how we get more likes too in our page, and it's working great. That's our values. We train to excel, we educate to empower, we plan to succeed. And right now you're showing, this is the end result. I don't know if you can activate the link or not to show a video, Verl. It's really short.
It's not live in here, Alfonso, so I can't do that. I'm sorry.
But anybody that's looking at that, they can copy paste it later on to take a look at it, or they can go to my Facebook page, fb.com/Team Parodi, and kind of look at the samples. And if anybody have a question, just like the page and send me a private message. I'll be happy to respond. As Verl knows, I always love to share everything with everybody so they can be better. And another nice feature about Magistro, as you're showing right now, you can download the video and it will be in high resolution in HD. So, FYI. So
that's a cool tool. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah.
So talk about Google Plus a little bit. Basically,
I cross-market everything. So you have to be consistent. Everything that you put in Facebook, you need to put it in Google Plus. So you get Google points or reviews on the searches. Also, everything that I put here, I put it on BombBomb. So when they click on it, we get more points on the search engines or organically. So pretty much everybody is advertising for us, just the way that everything is working together, and it's working. It didn't even take one day. So don't expect results in one day, but I'm seeing results now after 2 years on branding, in every single way.
Sorry, that just shut my window for a second. Let me fix that.
That's our funny guy. That we put that in every.
It looks like the state fair.
Yeah. Yes, creates more attraction. Another thing that we use is ProQuest. Basically, the sign that you see over there doesn't have my cell phone number. It has a code. It's very affordable, and those leads get redirected to our CRM, and they get assigned organically to a loan officer and to agent 24/7. So that way, there's no lead left behind. And also, I don't get calls at 7 in the morning asking me if the property is for rent or for sale. But most important, we don't lose any lead, because it will be impossible for me to have 30, 40, or 50 listings and have all the calls directed to my cell phone. Basically, it's all about systems and processes and people and integrating everything. That's my baby.
You mentioned this Fiverr company earlier.
Yes, that's my baby. And it's also gambling. You can get everything done there. Our company logo literally cost me $5. When I hear people pay thousands for a logo or for a designer, my only suggestion is that when you put an order for whatever you want to do, video. My Minion videos that I have, when you go to my YouTube page, it costs me $10, $15, $20, and they're incredible branded. My only suggestion on Fiverr.com is you need to put 3 or 4 orders on different vendors, because sometimes it's completely trash. sometimes it's amazing.
Well, Alfonso, it's kind of fun that we have this. That's a weird. That's some weird feedback, real quick. This is kind of cool. We have actually Tom Collins, who helped me write this series of indoctrination series emails, and let's take him through how you use this. You know, lead generation. We've learned that there's a lot of great ways to generate leads, but converting the lead is a challenge. And talk about when you first saw this, how you've implemented into your high-volume lead generator, and what we get as a result.
Well, what we get as a result is a lot of closings, and it's too easy. But the key is nothing is easy. You just have to do it. The hard part is to do it systematically. So I implemented Verl's these emails, and now I added videos on top of the emails with the subject. And as soon as we get an inquiry, they immediately either buyer or selling. We just change the verbiage if they're selling. They get these 7 emails right away, and it's all about bringing value. And we just asking a simple question. You know, you're looking at homes not for now. You're looking in 39 days, and we get responses. Well, I'm looking in 60 days. So the idea is to convert, but by getting a response. There's different testimonials that I have the testimonials in video, so even better, of raving fans. It's an incredible tool, and I use BombBomb to send it over. So I already created a drip campaign, and we just add the contacts to the contact part, and it gets sent automatically. And it's amazing when you just get an email back saying, hey, I'm ready now. I want to list my house in 30 days. I'm ready to buy. Please call me. You know, and it pays off. You know, it pays off. It really pays off.
Yeah, it's fun to see it. So just if I can jump in for just a second, the 7 series of emails, what happens is everybody gets these auto responses when they go to websites, and it doesn't matter what they are. And what we've learned is that we want to have that double opt-in, or that second level of engagement, where they get them to give us an answer to something. And so each one of the emails is designed to get a higher level of engagement and to have a personal touch. And so he talked about the first one where he says, will you do me a favor? And it's basically, tell me who you are, and if you do me that favor, I'll give you a free gift. The second one is, hey, you know, let me tell you what a raving fan is and how we create raving fans, and here's what a few people say about us. Don't forget your free gift. The next one is, let me give you some free neighborhood information about the area that you've been looking in houses. So if they've been searching on and around Cottonwood Heights, and I know that that with TORCHx, you can look in the back office, you can see where they've been looking, and then you can give them some neighborhood information around that. And this is a fun one because we actually have our agents go in and pull recent sales and then give them recent sales. Hey, you know, you get to see what's for sale, but you don't know what people are really paying. Here's some recent sales. And then we ask the question, is there any other areas you'd like to see things from? And they say, and oftentimes they'll reply back, yeah, I'm looking at this area or this other area. Are schools important to you? The value of choosing the right lender, who do you know? We ask for referrals. And then the 7th one is basically letting them know we're not going to be giving them daily emails anymore, but would you like to stay in touch? And I think it's kind of fun, Alfonso, and I appreciate you sharing some of these responses. Let's go through and share some of these responses you get from people.
Yeah, that actually was, they purchased with me and they sold with me. So that's actually a double transaction. And the only thing that I did is send them an email and add it on it. And pretty much within the time frame of a year, they purchased first and then they sold the house. So it was, you know, read the email.
I love that. And I love that they're replying to the will you do me a favor email. Here's another one that says, you know, have we been helpful? And they tell you that they're going to be in Houston in a few weeks. They want to look at homes. Here's another one that answers to, will you do me a favor? And look, when they ready?
I'm ready now.
So when do you think we should call them back?
Oh, right away. Yeah, it's done already. You make a key point here. It's all about bringing, again, it's all about bringing value and giving them valuable information that they're looking for, instead of being a cold call, or instead of just It's all about relationships. That's the bottom line. It's all about relationships.
This is an internal communication to your people saying, yay, Tamara, stay tuned for Chris's pre-approval. Read the line below. And the client says, I'm definitely an A lead. They're telling you they're ready now.
Yep. They qualify themselves, just asking clever questions.
I remember when you sent me this one and I grabbed it and saved it for my presentations because I love it, because so many people think that high volume lead generation systems only generate buyer leads.
No, not at all. Actually, that's a funny one. This lady, I sold her home and we helped them to purchase their home too. And she ended up being the teacher of my daughters. She was moving because she was moving to the school of my daughter's school. So now we're friends, and they have referred us several buyers and sellers too, and everything started from that email.
So Alfonso, we're sharing a lot of information, and there's also a lot of questions that are here. Will you mind staying on the call, and let's talk to Tom, and then we'll open it up to questions for both of you as we wrap up.
Oh, I would love to. I'll stay here.
All right, stay with us, because we just there's so much information. We could spend really the whole time on just Facebook or just on YouTube or just on organic searches. So there's so much information there. I appreciate you being willing to share. One of the things that we're going to be sharing with you is how to download that 7-day indoctrination series of emails. We're going to give that to everybody who's on the call today as a gift just for being here. I want to next introduce my good friend Tom Collins. Now, Tom is the CEO and owner of C5 Consulting out of Salt Lake City, Utah. And he's seasoned in back-end direct response and online marketing and marketing campaign development. And so when I talk to Tom, what I love about Tom is I've known Tom for, I don't know, probably 20 years. And he would hire my company to come in and do things for them, whether they were webinars, we would help them with seminars and events as they were helping people learn how to make money in internet businesses. What I love about Tom's perspective is he comes from outside the real estate industry, but he helps a lot of companies in his consulting firm incorporate social marketing and campaign management into their overall strategy to generate massive results. Tom, thank you for being here. Thanks for just being willing to share. I called Tom and said, Tom, this is a great topic. I'd love for you to share with everybody else what I know about you. And he said he would do that. So, Tom, thanks for being here.
Hey, glad to be here. We really, as you know, I'm the guy who's always behind the scenes whispering in somebody else's ear. So this is a fun chance for me to get out and play a little bit. And Alfonso, by the way, just congratulations on taking those 7 indoctrination emails and just adding the video aspect to it and just hitting a home run with it. So anyway, I love seeing my children bear fruit. That's awesome.
It was funny because when we first started our company, Workman Success Systems, one of the first challenges we had was content. And I didn't want to do the same content everybody else did. And so I hired Tom to come in, and we locked ourselves in a room and we wrote campaigns. And I'll tell you, we don't have a single campaign that we worked on together with your expertise that hasn't provided great results. So thank you for all your input and collaboration through this process.
You're welcome. I always love to hear that. So I guess let me introduce myself just from perspective, I guess, and then we can talk. And what I'll try to do is just kind of just keep the conversation going that Alfonso led and point out some just, I think, important concepts. The first one is just to give you some background. My clients all have like large lists or large group of followers like Verl and some that I'm going to show you. And some of them sell, well, let me rephrase that. Almost all of them sell very, very aggressively, and there are only a few that don't. And so I think one of the things that we'll do is help people understand how to leverage social media the right way and still be able to be as aggressive as you want to be, with the goal of just developing raving fans. I mean, literally just in those 7 emails, the thing that I love about it is that, in sales, whether you're selling anything, there's this question of who's chasing who. If you're chasing someone else, you get really tired and they for some reason they run away. But if they're chasing you, the sales just come very, very easily. And so setting up a system like Alfonso's done, Alfonso's a great case example, where based on the systems that he's doing, people are starting to chase him. And that's how you build raving fans. People go, oh, thank you for selling to me. That was great, because they get the outcome they want and they don't feel like they've been sold. They feel like they've been able to buy on their own terms. And there's some very subtle things that you can do to change who's chasing who, if you will. So, and then in the gift, there's a little story of if you do something for 11 people, now you have 11 people doing something for me, right? So with Verl and other guys, it's always like, hey, how can I help you? What are you looking for? What do you need? And it's awesome when people just start referring people to you. So anyway, social media, the biggest key concept is to understand social media is like just being at a barbecue, right? So don't be that guy or that gal that goes to a barbecue and you're handing out samples of, flyers going, hey, look at my listings, look at this, or, handing out your network marketing samples. Because what do people do? They just push you back, right? But if you're at a barbecue and you're cool and you're hanging out and people are saying, hey, what do you do? And you go, oh, I do this. And you know how to set it up and tease it correctly, they'll ask for more information, and that's when the chase begins, right? But if you're there with your, logo on and your goofy hat on and your kids are all dressed up like your company, you're kind of missing the boat. So have some fun. One of the cool ways to do it is to host the thing. So the first phase, we're going to talk about how to be visible. Yeah, you just lead me along, bro, and I'll just go. So we want people to see the reality TV version of you. In other words, you have a business side which is going to show all of your real estate, and so I'm not going to talk as much about that, but if you show your personality, when they check you out personally, which they do, they want to see that you kind of own your business, right? And so Dave Seymour here is a guy who sells real estate information training, has a huge, massive seminar company, sells very, very aggressively, and yet he's in New York City messing around with his camera crew saying, hey, I'll buy this one, right? He's very on topic in real estate, but you can tell he's having fun. This is a personal message and saying, hey, let me buy this one. So here's what's cool about this is when he sends the email out tomorrow or the next day that says, let me tell you more about my trip to New York City, right, and puts that photo in it, people open that email and they respond to it because it's part of the personal story, not, hey, do you want to buy some more of my stuff? Does that make sense? At the end, he's going to give them a way to do it. Kent Clothier here, another information seller, sells a whole bunch of training. And 2 years ago, all you had to do is put out cool quotes with pictures of anything out there. Well, Kent still keeps the quotes going, but the proof of success is, as you can tell, he's on stage having a good time, which means he's on a stage, people follow him, he's an important person, and he's saying something that resonates emotionally for you. So next one. Next slide, Verl. And then Verl's out on a trip to Charleston, business trip, but he's having fun with his son, Nate. People aspire to live the lifestyle that you live, and it doesn't matter what you do. If you're in bicycling, if you do crafts with your kids, or if you go play golf in Charleston like Verl is doing here, just give them a day in the life. So Alfonso shows the entire process of what he does. I'm sure he's also posting, hey, we had Easter weekend last weekend. Here's my Easter day out, with the kids and the family and those kinds of things. Show them. Actually, Tom,
some of my favorite Alfonso videos are when he's in his car coming back from his workout where he just did 150, ab crunches. This picture here, I got to tell you, somebody told me if I held the camera up high and away from me, I would look thinner. How's that working for me?
I don't know about thinner, but you do look sexy. So sexy is what really matters, right? Okay, so proof of success. So you saw some proof of success in those. Let's just go through these slides and show more of the proof of success. And Alfonso, like you said, documents his thing. So next slide. My client Wealth Accelerator System, they sell turnkey homes over the phone to people, mostly sight unseen. Got into the Inc. 5000. Well, the picture here sells it all. It's like, hey, thank you. You got us into the Inc. 5000. Is there any doubt that they're a significant established company? Think of all the trust and the credibility and authority that's done just by that. Thank you. So next slide. Same thing. Now here's Dave Seymour. He's with his high ticket coaching group, and one of the students posted this and is going, man, this is so cool. Look, I'm with Dave Seymour. So every time somebody shares a picture of you in this kind of a setting, it's the kind of thing that you can share. You can actually share that, and you can use it as a sponsored post to boost, again, to show your success. There's no doubt that people like this Mark Risco want to be in the same group with Dave Seymour. All right, next one. Next two, I think, are Verl, right? Here's a student or a semi-partner of Verl's, and then Verl posting himself going, hey, here we are doing the training. Look at the people. Here's where you could be if you wanted to do this thing, right? So proof of success that people follow me. People want access to what I can deliver to them. Very, very important. Stories, okay? So I alluded earlier. Go ahead and go to the next slide. Dave showed I should buy this one in New York City, right? Well, guess what? If you tell the story the next day in the email or the next, hey, we put an offer in on that one or whatever. So this is a group, Turnkey Realty in Kansas City. They have an investor that's built a bunch of townhomes. And what they've done is as significant events happen, they show the progress of these townhomes being built. Well, it's sod day. They opened up for sale. Well, they've opened up for sales a while ago. But anyway, every week there's a new picture of this development as it progresses, and they've been selling out these homes as they go, right? So great way to do that. And if you have someone, I'm trying to create a realtor specific. If you used to have someone who lists with you and they go make an improvement, and you can do a before after, or you can say, hey, putting the new tree in or the new lawn or the new, staging for this listing, all those things really help tell the story because it's that real life documentation of how things are going. And we all get tuned into that because it's reality TV, but it's proof of success that it's actually happening.
So Tom, just pause for just a second. When we're going through information and content really fast. I want to slow down just for a second, because you're making some really critical points. Okay. Some of those critical points that I recognize are people want to connect with you personally. I think it's fascinating that when I, post a really good real estate tip, I get a few likes. When I'm golfing with my son, I get hundreds. It's much more. It's much different when you do stuff personally. And both you and Alfonso have talked about the story. Can you, I've told agents for years that nobody cares how many houses you list, or that you just want a listing appointment, you just close another house. How do you keep from crossing over that line of being an obnoxious self-promoter?
If you get crickets all the time, then you've overdone it, right? If you're selling and only selling, going buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this, that's over promotion, right? But if you're telling the story, so I love Alfonso's like, hey, I'm coming from my workout. I had this thought for you guys today, and da-da-da-da-da. Doesn't matter. It's Alfonso being real. And people who like Alfonso will stay with Alfonso because they like him. And he's not, hey, I just got back from my workout. I'm going to go sell a bunch of suckers today, right? That's typically what you see when you see people who are doing it wrong, because they're just so focused on themselves and they're, look at me, I'm so awesome and I'm selling to you and you're a sucker, right? That kind of attitude, that's the over promotion. But if you're like, hey, man, I'm so excited. We've got the sod coming in. It's so really, really cool. And, let me show you some of the people who are taking a look at this, right? I mean, then it's you being the cameraman, putting the camera, shining the light on the objective interest of the viewer, not just, hey, look at me, I'm so good looking. Who cares what you look like?
Hey, just for curiosity, now we have people at all different levels, but why would somebody put a hashtag inside their post? Tell me how the hashtags affect, like, Instagram or Twitter or whatever.
You know what? There's all kinds of. It's like SEO. There's this little organic benefit that you might get. It's more of a branding memorable thing in this case. There's not a lot of huge value, especially on Facebook. On Twitter, for example, today's webinar, RISMedia has a Twitter handle, and that's out there. And if you know how to follow Twitter, you can follow along in the conversation. So specifically that way, it's kind of a little extra that amounts to a cherry on top of the whole cake, but I'd focus on the cake.
So what's your opinion on posting? Yeah, I appreciate that. I was just going to ask you, what's your opinion on, having a personal page and a business page, or do you put your business stuff on your personal page and vice versa as a realtor?
So I think having both allows you to run a parallel segment, so people can track you on your personal, and you can share your personal over to the business. You can share your business over to your personal. people know if they go to their business, they're more likely to get sold. If they want to check you out and you have a lot of the personal stuff there, it's because people can just simply follow you and just follow along. I think it's really great to have both. Bill Phillips, the old fitness guy, had a philosophy that he ran all of his businesses and his personal lives parallel. So he sold a book personally, but he had the EA Sports business that in the book he promoted the crap out of, and people bought a ton of, right? And so I think there's benefit in running parallel. So Kent Clothier here used Facebook Live going, hey, this was personal. I'm going, I'm headed out to go speak, da-da-da-da-da, and he was talking about some topic, right, answering some question, but it was a personal post that he's just, hey, I'm headed to this thing. I'm really excited about it, da-da-da. And it sets the stage for then when he promotes the event, which is the actual business piece, then it's like, oh, people saw that coming, right? It's because sometimes people don't see all of the links. They don't see all of your posts, but they can follow. Same thing here. Proof, everybody's having fun. If you're not buying coaching yet from Verl, this is what it could look like someday, right? And so there's this aspiration type of a thing. Well, Christy Buck, obviously, this is her team, and everybody's having a good time together. So great fun. This is the kind of thing that you can share, and that's a personal thing that you could post and share, and even do a sponsor post business. And Verl, you could give more love to Christy, even in her area, just to spotlight her, right? And that looks good to you, and it looks good to Christy. So Seinfeld posts are a little bit of what we've been talking about, so back to Dave Seymour on the I should buy this one. Let me tell you about my trip to New York City. And he just talks about it. Well, when he was in New York, so the next trip he was on, he got to speak in Toronto behind Tony Robbins. Well, if you look at that photo's crappy, right? And a lot of people are very, very nervous about, is this photo good enough? Is this video good enough? Until you reach a level where you're losing people because of the quality of your videos, and you'll know it because you have stats and systems and people and everything's big and you're playing in a bigger space. But until then, Dave's got hundreds of thousands of followers and he posts this. Well, guess what? The proof that he's speaking backstage with Tony and he's like, just a day in the life going, man, this photo sucks. Just wish he'd given me some photography tips, but how cool is that, right? And everybody, again, aspires to go, man, that would be cool to be there. So if you can go speak in your audience, in your town, if you can serve, if you can connect with other people, think of the credibility that Dave gets just because of this photo. But it's not a picture. What it's not a picture of is it's not a picture of Dave on stage going, look how awesome I am. It's Dave taking the cool guy like, hey, I'm at the barbecue. Yeah, it was so cool. I got to go hang out with Tony Robbins. It was just awesome. And he's telling about Tony, not about Dave. But Dave's getting the spotlight. Do you feel
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally feel the difference. He's not self-promoting. He's just building credibility in his experiences.
Crazy. Yeah, so Alfonso, when he says, oh, look at my happy customers and look at the experience they're signing today and look at their awesome house. It's not about Alfonso. It's Alfonso shining the light on the experience that his clients are having now, and his prospects are starting to visualize going, oh, I could have that experience, right?
Yeah.
And Alfonso, you hit this too, right? Solving problems.
Absolutely. It's all about the experience and about the pictures of closings and the videos.
Yeah.
I wanted to see that we work with people. We're people like different people. And funny about the picture that you show about the investor, because I just signed up with a new builder and I'm getting ready to post my first video. I'm doing a video of the 4 stages of a house being built. Foundation, framing, drywall, and the final product for that builder. And just share that with the consumers. This is a great way to approach.
Love it. My turnkey guy that sells real estate over the phone, he'll have a builder come to him and they'll work out a deal and they'll sell 40 or 50 units. They'll sell them all out, have them all under contract before dirt is hit, right? Pre-sold based on projections, based on a pro forma, based on a picture. But then we show all the pictures of all of that progress all the way through. Not only does it lock everybody in, but we tell people, this is sold out. You cannot have this but we have another one coming in a few months that you should be ready for, so that the minute it's announced, because it's going to sell out, and that's what we do is we go, and they're sold out in 2 days, right? Because we have created that type of demand by showing just a day in the life. Hey, here's what's happening. If you had a chance to buy this, here's what would have been great. So solving problems. There's a phrase in the free ebook that I do. We talk about the 20 problem formula. People have, typically a problem at every stage. What are the problems that need to be solved before they're ready to buy from you or ready to list with you, if you will? And so understanding what those problems are and helping them solve those problems so that they come to you not only as ready to go, but they appreciate you and trust you, and they're chasing you because you help them jump through those hoops, right? So Kent does this weekly Facebook thing where they just answer questions that people are sending in. Well, answering those questions are solving problems, and then he ties it all together. Well, guess who's buying most of his product? People who are paying the most engaged and the most attention. But it's, hey, you guys send in some questions. Here are some problems that people have. Here are the answers. And by the way, here's this really cool thing I have for you. I mean, it's really, really, really simple, the formula. He just does it in mass. So, Troy, you can actually let people know you're going to be live on Facebook. And Facebook, if you announce it like this, will let everybody know, because they really want to promote Facebook Live a lot more. We're kind of shifting into some tool and some active tactical stuff. If you do that, it starts to work. So leveraging technology, this is where Alfonso is getting leads from someone like homes.com, right? He's using cool websites like Torch, right? Because my opinion of tools are, use the best one that's available now. They always get better and they improve. And if you're with a certain company and you're getting certain leads, right? Alfonso takes the homes leads and turns them into better leads. Well, guess what? He's also, once you get a lead from somebody, the thing with, we'll just talk about the Facebook Pixel quickly, is if you pixel people, they come to your website or they click on one of those 7 indoctrination emails, and then you can track them on Facebook. So I buy my shirts from Joseph Bank, right? So I was at the Joseph Bank website, and then I went to ESPN.com, and guess what? Joseph Bank is following me around. But what's happening is what they're showing me, and this is an added level of technology because they're a high-end retailer, they're showing me the shirts that I actually looked at, right? 5 of the 6 of those I actually looked at, and if I go long enough, they'll actually start reducing the price. So 3 or 4 days from now, I get a price drop and going, hey, buy this one, get a special 30% off or whatever, because they know I visited their site because of the Facebook Pixel and the follower. Okay, next screen. You can do that with the Facebook Pixel. So if somebody comes to you and they opt into your email, you can actually upload that email list to Facebook as what's called a custom audience, and you can run ads specifically to those people. And because typically as a realtor, and Alfonso, we talked about it, it doesn't cost a lot. Like you saw $2, $7, $10. I have people start at $5 a day, and you can plug in that custom audience, and now that email list, that segment of people who progress to a certain point, or if they landed on a specific page on your site, you can say to Facebook, move them from custom audience A to custom audience B. That's where it gets a little technical. But if you can leverage that technology, you can literally move people through a process where they're starting to see preset videos, preset ads from you, and it's all systemized, and you used to have to do that manually. So the Facebook Blueprint is the place where you can go learn. Facebook gives this training away free, and you don't have to watch every of their hundreds of videos. You can just watch the ones specifically that you want to learn from. So Twitter does, Instagram does. They all have free training. Most people don't have the time or the wherewithal to go into the technology of stuff, and that's when you get help. But
Tom and Alfonso both, I could do a whole hour with each one of you. Let me ask you a question. Tom,
yes.
Give me 1 or 2 things that you did 2 years ago that you're not doing today with social marketing.
So 2 years ago was just doing the positive attitude quotes, right? Hey, quote with a cool picture. Right now it needs to be you in the picture with the quote, and it needs to be you telling a story, and otherwise people are like, yeah, whatever, right?
Okay, Alfonso, I was going to ask Alfonso the same question is, 2 years ago, what have you stopped doing that you're now doing different today that's getting a better result?
just doing the opposite of everybody else is doing, just documenting every single step of the transaction. You know, you already have the information in front of you. Might as well, you already work hard, might as well document it and share it with the world. You know, as a realtors, we have a gift to change people's lives. So we bring a lot of value, and we underestimate our value and how much we affect families and other vendors or companies that are tied to the transaction. So that's what I started doing, and I started understanding the meaning of the value proposition, not focusing on the ending, on the closing, focusing on the whole transaction, either buying or selling.
Yeah, it's really easy to get leads, right? You can buy leads, you can subscribe, you know, do all these services. But if you do what Alfonso's doing, that's when the conversion comes, because you're top of mind and people are seeing you, and he's delivering the experience that they want before they actually get it. So it's called future pacing in a mindset frame. And they go, oh, I want that. I want to be that. I want to have that experience. And Alfonso does an awesome job at it.
One other thing that I didn't do that I did before, but I don't do it no more after I learned, is know your audience and know who you're targeting on each ad. It could be agents, it could be loan officers, home buyers, renters. You need to know who you're targeting. If not, you're just wasting money. You know, posts don't pay you.
Yeah, I love both of your comments, and stick with me for just a minute. I know a lot of people are logging off, and before you log off and it's time to go, for a free copy of today's presentation, and we have it all recorded, as well as the slide deck that was in it, go to workmansuccess.com/social media, and we're going to give you, that we generally reserve for just our private coaching clients, the 7-day indoctrination series of emails, Tom Collins' video ebook on his top 10 tips. We're going to give you a link to our free disc analysis where you can go in, understand who you are and your clients are, and how to sell with them differently. And you can sign up for a free coaching consultation. You know, Alfonso, you did a great job of talking about the benefits of coaching, and I appreciate that. But really, I don't know, Tom, coming from outside the industry, how prevalent is coaching outside real estate? Is it just in real estate that we hear all these people selling coaching?
Oh man, it's everywhere. As you know, I've helped a lot of people sell a lot of coaching over time, and coaching, the thing that coaching gives you is it gives you speed, right? It in 3 months you can knock out what might take you 2 to 5 years to figure out on your own. That's the simplest way to put it, because you get access to people who are doing, like you said, 7 figures a year, and a year ago they were struggling to make a check and they couldn't afford, right, anything. And it doesn't take a lot, other than it just gets you right straight on the highway to success very, very quickly.
You know, you're both experts, and there's a lot of people asking questions like, how do I learn all this? How do I get someone to just handle it? Are there any resources that are available that I can just plug into and get me set up? Because I make my money selling real estate, not by posting things. Alfonso, I mean, how did you learn all this?
Well, you have to put time and effort. You know, now you cannot be plugged in. It takes time. It takes time. You know, I've been working on it for 40 years. And like Tom said, you know, since I hired Verl in May of 2015, that's what I said, it's going to be exactly to April, May of 2017. Everything changes dramatically. I think I have improved and, you know, saved 10 years of pain. And I'm still just starting. You know, this is just the beginning. But you have to really understand that you cannot be all day online, but it's all about time management and be consistent in the time that you put for certain tasks. You have different tasks, and obviously coaching with Verl, you learn that.
Well, yeah, so a couple other questions. And go ahead, Tom.
On that, there's two quick parts. One is, the way you used to sell yesterday is more inefficient every single day that you don't leverage technology. And so it's understanding in your mindset that selling the way you were taught it is no longer the most effective way to sell. And that there are new tools and things out there that can, instead of selling just one-to-one, even though every transaction is one-to-one. It's helping you leverage your sales ability by plugging in this technology. The second thing is, the simple thing is, if you dedicate 60 minutes a day and carve out the time to learn the thing that's going to give you the most direct results in time, dedicate yourself to a year of 60 minutes a day. And if you can't, do that in a week or two, hire a coach as fast as possible.
I love that. It's great advice. Alfonso, do you take your own pictures, or do you let your agents take pictures of their clients and then put them all together to manage the posting? Do your people do it, or do you do it all?
I personally I wish I can take my own pictures with me and myself, but no, I usually have the closer of the title companies that usually take those type of pictures. For everything that comes to media, I use nextlisting.com, great company to partner. When it comes to the buyer agents, they pretty much are duplicating our system, and they take their own pictures. They are getting cameras. They are understanding the value of sharing the experience and how that can exponentially affect, your referral base and your database in the next weeks, months, and years. So right now we are taking our own picture when it comes to closings, documenting. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. It's simple, like Nike. You just have to do it. And then if you wrap it up like a taquito with Magistro, they cost you $5 a month, and you have a file, the whole transaction when you started showing a house, doing an inspection, an appraisal, signing the docs, the closing. You put a video in less than 5 minutes, and you look like a superstar. And then after that, you just share it with Facebook, and depends what your target audience is. It multiplies, and trust me, I also upload on YouTube because I can share the link with the buyers or sellers, and believe me, they're going to post that in their own Facebooks, and then you get multiple referrals.
That's right.
Amazing amount of information. We will make this entire webinar available. Go to the workmansuccess.com social media landing page. You can download the emails for free, the video ebook, free disc analysis, and if you'd like someone to just have a conversation with you about where you are in your business and whether or not we have a coach that can help you, then engage and ask for a free coaching consultation. No hard sales pitch, just if we can help you, we will. On behalf of RISMedia's ACE program, which is absolutely a phenomenal social media engagement tool, Homes.com and TORCHx, we want to thank all of you for being here and encourage you to pay attention to the next upcoming RISMedia ACE webinar series. And thank you again for being here, everybody. On behalf of all of us, thanks for being here. Alfonso and Tom, Jesse and Tim, thanks for your support, and thanks for making this a great webinar.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Our pleasure.
Thank you all.